and welcome back to Rewind and Learn, your 5-minute GCSE RE revision boost. Today we're looking at two huge scientific ideas, the Big Bang Theory and the theory of evolution, and how Catholics respond to them. You know, just the small topics of how the universe began and how life developed. It's no big deal. Let's get into it. Right, let's go with the Big Bang. The Big Bang Theory is one of the most widely accepted scientific explanations for the beginning of the universe. It teaches that around 13.8 billion years ago, the universe began from an extremely small, hot, dense point, and that point rapidly expanded. Matter, energy, stars, galaxies, and eventually the planets formed. Now, the evidence for this includes redshift, that means the universe is still expanding, the cosmic microwave background radiation, that is very difficult to say, and mathematical models that match observations. So does this cause problems for Christians? Absolutely not for Catholics. Catholics are absolutely fine with the Big Bang Theory. In fact, the priest who first proposed it, Father George Lemaitre, was a Catholic priest and a physicist. You can be religious and a scientist. Popes have repeatedly said that science and faith are not enemies. Pope Francis stated, "The Big Bang does not contradict the divine act of creation." So for Catholics, the Big Bang explains how the universe developed. Genesis explains why it exists, because God chose to create. And scientific discoveries help humans appreciate the beauty and order of creation. So, Catholic teaching. Science describes the mechanisms, and God is the cause behind them. Is the theory of evolution going to cause a problem to Catholics? Absolutely not. Charles Darwin in 1859 published something called On the Origin of Species, and in it he introduced the theory of evolution through natural selection. Evolution teaches that all life forms change over long periods of time. Small variations can be passed on to offspring, and species that are fit for their environment survive. New species develop from earlier ones. Now, Darwin wasn't trying to attack religion at this point. He was merely explaining the process by which life changes. There's another atheist view, Richard Dawkins, and he argues that evolution does not need God. He says natural selection shows that complexity can arise through simple processes, not a divine designer. Now, Catholics disagree. They say evolution only explains how life developed, not why life exists, not why the universe allows life, and not why humans have consciousness, morality, or purpose. Catholics argue that evolution fits perfectly well within God's plan. So of course the question then is, are Christianity and evolution compatible? Short answer, yes, for Catholics. The Catholic Church teaches that evolution is a valid scientific theory. The human body must have evolved, but the human soul is directly created by God, and humans have a special dignity because we're made in God's image. Now, many popes have repeatedly said that evolution does not remove God. It simply reveals the amazing complexity of creation. The Big Bang Theory we heard from Pope Francis, but for evolution, we also have the theory of evolution does not contradict faith. Now, some fundamentalist Christians disagree. They would say that Genesis is the literal account, and things like the Big Bang and evolution take away from God, so they would reject evolution. But Catholic Christianity sees no conflict. Today we've seen the Big Bang Theory explains the expansion of the universe. Catholics accept it and see no contradiction with faith. Darwin's theory of evolution explains how life changes, and Dawkins argues that evolution removes the need for God. Catholics believe evolution and belief in God are fully compatible. Science explains processes, and faith explains the meaning. And that's your 5-minute burst of cosmic and biological wisdom. Join us next time.